Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly update. There are a lot of things that I have to go over in this video because there's a lot of cool things, one of which is going to be the drawing and the contest for the month of June. We've gotten away from this the last couple of months and it's time to kind of get back with a refresher and something a little different. So I'm going to tell you about that a little bit later in the video. Also want to let you know in the videos that we will start posting, we're going to at the very end of them have a little segue into the next video. So in this one we'll have a little segue into the Saturday self-help video. In that one, maybe a little segue into the grind. So we'll give you a little something of the next video that we're going to show. I do need some more help as far as letting me know what self-help videos you'd like. The last couple that we've done with Ryan, and one of them has been the fluval lighting system. Easy way to navigate that, and also before that the FX6. So we're trying to actually take products here in the store, take you through them. So if there's a product that you know that we have or that we sell or that you want to know more about, definitely let us know. Andrew's going to be coming at you this weekend with his 5 top products that we sell that he likes and the reasons why. So you definitely want to tune into that. And now I think Reagan and I will get busy with the saltwater and freshwater weekly update. Okay, first thing on the list this week is one of my favorite fish. It's the silver Arowana. This is a fish that spends its life at the top, at the surface of the water. So if you have a large tank, it's going to occupy the upper 10% of your tank most of the time. It actually hunts out of the water a lot of the time, actually jumping out of the water and catching things out of trees and overhangs and brush and things like that. In the wild, of course. In your aquarium, it will still take a lot of food from the top. It gets big fast, and it gets very big. So you will definitely want to have a decent sized tank if you're planning on keeping the Arowana. But this strange looking elongated fish is one of the most beautiful and one of the coolest fish in the animal kingdom. Okay, so the black ghost knife. Another very, very cool fish, a bit different, not too expensive. It puts out electromagnetic impulses. As it navigates the aquarium, you can actually get a clear tube and put it in the tank, and they will actually go inside there thinking that they're in a cave, which would be more their normal environment. Great fish. At this size, it could actually go into a larger community tank, but they do get fairly big as well. And if you want an oddball, this is a very, very strange oddball. Okay, so what you're seeing here, we got in 3 spotted gar, each with different color markings. You'll see just kind of like the Arowana, they stay toward the surface of the tank. They spend most of their time up there, and they are a predatory fish. They will get about 3 or 4 feet at full growth, but that is a fairly slow process. If you've got a decent sized tank and want to keep them for a couple of years before building a pond for them, you certainly can. But these are very, very cool, and I have them. Super large, extra double chubby clown loaches. We don't usually have clown loaches this big, and these actually have some really cool markings, but these were brought in by a customer, and anytime that happens, we get exceptionally healthy fish that are aquarium proven over a long period of time, and these would be fantastic in a tank with larger fish. One of my favorite freshwater fish is the electric blue Acara. The reason I like these so much is that it's a very versatile cichlid. It is not super aggressive, so it can go in a community tank where the community fish are a little bit larger. I am not suggesting to put it in with neons and white clouds, but if you've got larger bodied tetras, gobies, things like that, they can work very easily in that system, as I like to keep these in service in those types of tanks. Beautiful, beautiful fish, electric blue markings, red on the fins. I love them. Exodon paradoxus, the meanest tetra in the world. Maybe not the meanest tetra in the world, so Richard might correct me on that, but they are mean. They have teeth that stick out of their mouth. They are supercharged, super fast, and aggressive, so you would not keep these in a community tank. You would pretty much keep them by themselves or with other fish that can more than defend themselves. But these Exodons just came in. We don't have them a lot of the time, so if you've ever wanted an aggressive tetra, this one is definitely for you. Beautiful Sailfin Mollies came in this week. I got pairs of them, and that's actually how we're selling them. So the males have the really, really high fins. So what you're looking at here are some beautiful mollies that also came in. I promise to show live bears anytime we get them in, and they're exceptional, and these are. I actually have some balloon mollies right here that I'm just noticing for the first time. We must have gotten those in today too. Beautiful school of glow light tetras came in this week. These are a little bit larger than we normally get them. As you can see, they're illuminated with a beautiful light, and you can imagine these are in just a nondescript tank right now, but you can imagine if they were in a live planted tank or anything where the tank itself had a bunch of neutral color in it, these would really, really pop. Okay, so that was a quick peek at what we got today. We have more fish coming tomorrow. Memorial Day kind of put everything off a day. So this video is actually going to come out a little sooner than normal, and more stuff will be here tomorrow. So you're going to definitely have to watch Facebook for that. I'm going to segue into Reagan right now. Real quick, I do want to tell you about another segment that we're going to have, and I'll get to the drawing in just a second. But another segment we're working on is a question and answer session for you to send in questions and for a new character here at Fishy Business to do the answering. So I'm being very vague about it right now, but you will get a little bit of taste of it in the grind this coming Tuesday, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about.
Hi guys, welcome to the saltwater portion of the weekly update. I will say that the fish I'm going to show you are the ones I got in this morning. I was planning on getting 2 shipments today, but because of Memorial Day, our second shipment got pushed back 1 day, so I will be getting a big shipment of saltwater fish in tomorrow. So we won't be touching on those obviously in the video, but there will be a separate Facebook post on the fish I got in tomorrow, so keep an eye out on Facebook for that. But for now and today, let's go take a look at the stuff I got this morning. So this is actually the favorite thing that I got in today, and it's an invert. This is the pink and white cocoa worm. So cocoa worms and feather dusters are very similar, except the cocoa worms have a hard shell, whereas the feather dusters have a softer shell. These guys are filter feeders, so they're gonna filter things out of the water column to feed themselves. They are reef safe and they are peaceful. The only reason why we do recommend you be a little bit more experienced to own one of these guys is because they do need to be target fed phytoplankton 1 to 2 times a week. These guys do like low to medium water flow and love to be placed right there in the sand bed in the bottom of your aquarium. This worm is gorgeous, like I said, so my favorite thing I got in. Please, please come check him out. Next up is the Bicolor Parrotfish. These guys can be kept with soft corals and inverts, but they will eat stony coral and they'll bite chunks from the rock to make sand. As per Sir Richard, parrotfish are responsible for about 1/3 of the sand in all of the oceans, which is super cool. Their diet consists of meaty foods, large pieces of meat, myso shrimp, brine shrimp, but also these guys, like I said, are going to eat rocks. So one of the things parrotfish do is they'll take bites of the rock and then it gets crushed down to make sand. Something else these guys also like to eat are dead coral skeletons. So I got in a really nice target mandarin. Now target mandarins are super peaceful, they are reef safe, and they are carnivores. Something that makes these guys pretty difficult to take care of, so we do like to say you should be an expert or at least an advanced aquarist if you want to try any type of mandarin gobies because of the diet. So mandarin gobies eat copepods, which are tiny, almost microscopic phytoplankton in the water column, and that's going to be all they eat. Very rarely do you ever see one transfer over to frozen food. Now that being said, the target mandarins actually have a better chance of transitioning over to frozen food, and this guy right here, this individual, I've already seen eat frozen. So this guy is definitely one that I would come recommend picking up. You still need to dust your tank with copepods because that's going to be their main diet. But this guy, like I said, is already eating frozen. So you might want to come in and get him because not very many ever eat frozen food. So before you guys think that I'm crazy, yes, these are mollies, but they are in my saltwater system. So mollies have a very unique ability to live in both fresh and saltwater. Now mollies are going to be semi-aggressive to aggressive, and they will tear up your hair algae. If you are having a problem with hair algae in your tank and you are a saltwater aquarist, you can actually grab some of these mollies, throw them in your tank, and they are going to absolutely eat every bit of hair algae. Now some people, no, I don't like that. Other than the hair algae, these guys are going to eat typically what you would think, different types of frozen shrimp, but because they're mollies, these guys can also live off of flake food and pellet food as well. So this is the Harlequin Sweet Lips. Every time I get one, I always point them out. These guys have probably one of the most unique color patterns found in the whole ocean. Now these guys are medium to expert level care only because of their feeding habits. These guys typically will only eat live food, so guppies, ghost shrimp, things like that. Just like the mandarins, it is very rare for these guys to transition over to frozen food, and that is why we do recommend that you are a little bit more experienced, just because you are going to have to keep buying live food to feed these guys. That being said, some of these will transition over to frozen. You just have to be patient with them and give them some time. These guys are fairly peaceful and will only become aggressive at feeding time because these guys will always eat first. No matter what you put in the tank, they're always going to want to eat first. They are deemed not reef safe because of the fact that they will eat your shrimp and potentially smaller fish, but they will not touch any of your coral. Zebrasoma exanthera. This is the purple tang. Now this one is really the perfect specimen. It came in looking absolutely fantastic. Bright colors, beautiful fins, and the purple tangs are prized for its coloration. Dark purple body with electric yellow fins. Now these guys are reef safe and they are semi-aggressive to aggressive depending on its tank mates and who you want to put them with. Their max size is going to be around 10 to 12 inches, normal size for a tang but still very large, so you are going to want a bigger aquarium because they do need a lot of open swimming space. Diet for these guys are going to be exactly what I tell y'all every week for a tang. Meaty foods, brine shrimp, mysis shrimp, but you're also going to need to give them seaweed a few times a week as well. The seaweed, not only does it keep them healthy and weight on them, but it also helps boost their immune system as well. Absolutely gorgeous purple tang. I don't get them in this size very often. Y'all need to come down and check them out. Alright, so up next is going to be the red Knobby Star. So these guys are not considered reef safe. They will eat algae when they're small and juvenile, but as they get bigger and older, they have the potential to eat other starfish, sponges, soft coral, and invertebrates. These guys will eat almost everything and anything it can, so be very careful when you decide to add one of these red Knobby Stars. Other than that, their care is moderately easy and they really add a nice pop of color into your tank. So also in the same tank as the red Knobby Starfish are going to be the Margarita Snails. Now, I'm kind of a nerd for gastropods, so I, of course, had to pick a snail, and I don't always get margaritas in, and so since I got them, I was like, I absolutely have to show them to you this week. Now, Margarita snails are prized, and they're one of the most popular snails in the saltwater aquarium because they are peaceful towards coral, inverts, and other tank mates. These guys consume huge amounts of algae and detritus, decaying matter, leftover fish food, anything like that. A great member of a cleanup crew. The Margarita snails are super easy keepers and can happily live and thrive in seriously any saltwater aquarium. I cannot recommend the Margarita snails enough. A great snail, not only because it's easy to keep, but also because of their super peaceful temperament as well. Alright, so up next is going to be the Camel Shrimp. Now, Camel Shrimp love congregating with others of its own kind in the rocks and the rubble, like you can see in the tank right here. They are reef safe with caution because they will nip at anemones and soft corals, things like that. They are semi-aggressive in my opinion, but depending on its roommates, I guess they could become more of a peaceful shrimp. In my experience, and I was talking to Sir Richard about this too, these guys are definitely more semi-aggressive. They like to eat meats like mysis shrimp and brine shrimp as well. Either way, these guys are super bright and colorful. They have great patterns on their bodies. If you're looking for a really cool statement shrimp or an invert in your tank, definitely come check out the Camel Shrimp. Last but not least are the yellow Watchmen gobies, or Cryptocentris cinctus. So a fun, very useless fact is that these guys were discovered in 1936. You'll never need to use that ever, but I just thought I would tell you. These guys are super easy, super peaceful, and super reef safe. They only get around 4 inches in length, so they can fit in tanks as small as a BioCube. They have been known to form symbiotic relationships with pistol shrimp. So these are the ones that do form that symbiotic relationship with the pistol shrimp. Gobies in general are very flighty. Their response is to swim straight up. So if you want to try the yellow Watchmen Goby, I do recommend you have a nice fitting lid on your tank. And also something super cool about the yellow Watchmen is that as they sexually mature, the females will actually turn more white with different colored stripes, usually like a dark gray or a black stripe, while the males stay yellow. And I'm gonna have Connor put a picture of a sexually mature female up just so you can see the difference between the yellow males and the white females.
So as promised, the new giveaway for this month is a $100 gift certificate, and we're giving away 2 of them. Before you ask, yes, you can win both of them, because the way to enter is to post in the comment section on YouTube or post in the Facebook comment section what you like about Fishy Business. We want to know whether it's a person, an individual that you like dealing with here, whether it's a service that we offer, products that we carry, the type of fish we stock, whatever it is that makes you come shop Fishy Business. We want to know what it is. It's that simple. Tell us something that you like about Fishy Business. What makes you shop here over going somewhere else? Even if it's something as simple as the location, and we will enter you in the drawing, and at the end of the month we will announce either 2 winners or 1 winner that won both of them. YouTube, Facebook, $100 gift certificate just for commenting on what you like about Fishy Business. Anyway, it was a lot this week. A lot going on. I hope you're safe. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If you were in the service or connected in any way, thank you for the gift of our freedom. God bless. Have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Stop. Hey guys, make sure you stick around for our next video where I'm gonna go through 5 of my favorite products in the hobby as a hobbyist, and I'm gonna go a little in depth on why they are. So make sure you stick around for that. Catch you then.
You gotta say catch me on the
No,
flip
I don't
side.
want to say catch you on the flip
Please,
side.
you gotta do it. I'll cut in last video.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Daddy-o.